Hey, it's JT. I'm sitting with Denny Baxter from Rock the Rapids and our boy Dahmer over here in the GRD studios.
Hi there.
We're going to be talking Rock the Rapids right now. And Denny, I got a couple of questions. I know the event's going on from the August 8th through the 13th this year, right?
That's right.
Now, historically, it's been at the Fifth Ballpark.
First 2 years it was, yes.
2 years. And now you've moved it this year. My first question to you is going to be, why?
Well, a couple of things. First off, it is a baseball stadium, and we have various scheduling year to year to year. And so I couldn't have a festival that one year's the end of July, and then the next year is the middle of August, and the year after that it's the first part of September. And so to be able to keep the consistency of the date, that was one issue. Second issue is that, again, being a baseball field, you can only play so many concerts on that field before you start tearing it up.
So where's the new...
The Tigers would get a little upset with me if I ripped up their field, you know. They might say, you know what, guys,
I would imagine there was quite a bit of repair work after a Wingstop.
Yeah, although beer's good for grass, thank God. You know, but outside of that, it's a lot of wear and tear. You start putting 5, 6 in a row, and all of a sudden we're buying a new baseball field. So that doesn't work either. So you just outgrew it. That's the good thing.
You know what else is that the event's more than just one day. That's the key. I think that's the key reason. Right. I mean, with Wingstop it's one day, one Saturday, but with Rock the Rapids, you're talking, what is it this year?
It's 6 days.
Yes, so 6 days on the field at Fifth Third.
Well,
that's going to provide
where
some wear and
is
tear.
the actual physical location going to be? Because I'm kind of confused. I heard it was going to be in the parking lot next to the Bob, and I'm like, you can't have a big concert in the parking lot next to the Bob.
You can't. It's actually going to be south of Van Andel Arena in what they call parking lot 4. It's not the lot that's directly behind the arena. It's the lot across Oak Street there. So it's in between Oaks and Cherry. It's that very big lot where the stage is going to be on the east end playing into the expressway. The lot actually sits right up underneath the expressway where the S-curve will cruise around. So we can put about 15,000 people there. It's a lot of size. It's a lot of open space. There's going to be no obstructions to be able to see. We're going to have the video screens there. It's really going to end up being a pretty cool event.
I think if you walk back behind Van Andel, I think you're gonna run into it. I think you're
going to see it immediately, right?
So it's sort of on the south side of Van Andel, and in front of where Pepino's is.
That's correct.
Kind of right in that area.
The Pepino's, the parking lot that's right across the street from Pepino's, will be the staging area for everything that we're doing in the performance lot, which is the one further west of that. So
if you're like a groupie chick, you probably want to hang out there if you're stalking one of the band members, right? Because that's the staging area where band guys and roadies will be. So if you're like some hot young chick and you want to make the intercourse with a guy in a band, you just kind of troll around in that area.
That's kind of the spot.
It would be the best bet.
It's going to be your best bet. It's still probably not the greatest option. You might want to helicopter in for your greatest option, but short of that, that's the side where guys are going to be.
And if anybody wants to try and make up fake backstage all-access passes, that would be the entrance where they would try and use those, right? Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Okay,
and I've been kicked out of my own stadium before, so if somebody's really good at that, please contact me, because I'm likely to get kicked out of this
venue
place, too.
crashing and groupie advice.
Coming from
those are important issues.
They are. I mean, everybody's thinking about that. How the
these
hell
are
do
the
I
things
get
you
this
usually
thing for
don't get
free?
on a website. Thank you, Dahmer, for clearing these things.
No problem. I got your back.
Well, let's talk about getting in legally. Ticket pricing, for instance. I know there's a whole bunch of options, and that might be confusing for people like Dahmer.
But it could be, and I got to admit, I'm no Fellini, but I was really stunned. I thought, having it like, for instance, a 2-day pass, where you get to pick the 2 shows, as opposed to having it just picked for you. So I like Stone Temple. I'll see them, and maybe I'll see Skinner.
I call them ST Mother F and P.
I love that
in my world.
I thought that was a pretty neat option. I actually had people complain about the fact that they had to pick their 2 shows. I'm like, are you serious?
Wow.
I mean, it's like, wow, that was kind of wild for me. But we've got a 6-day pass. It's $79, all right?
Okay.
$13 a show. But the nice thing about it is they're all individual tickets. So I want to do, Nelson and Skinner and Stone Temple, but I don't give a rip about Luda or Blake Shelton. I just give those tickets away. It's not like I got a pass, I give it to you, but give it back to me because I want to go to the next night so I can get over to you. And it's like they're all individual tickets for the pass. So it makes it real easy to share them with somebody And given that type of a situation, it makes it really, really neat. I'll give you the best way to scam your way through. You buy the pass, you sell the tickets that you don't want to use, right?
Right.
Less than the one-day ticket price, you make your money, and you go to the shows for free. It's
Right
a
on.
neat deal. It's a neat deal. Just buy the pass.
I love this segment.
Yeah, right on.
How to scam
Let
the
me
concert.
tell you how to make some money on this.
Yeah, that's. I think the diversity in acts is what's the problem we're running into in our family. You know, I hate to admit this in front of a camera on this website, but you know, obviously I'm going to STP. You know, the daughter wants to go to the country. I don't know what happened. Listeners, please forgive me. You know, and then of course, you know, my son wants to go. He's into the classic rock, wants to see Leonard Skinner. So I mean, there's like 3 shows right there that our family.
Well, that's the whole idea of a festival, anyways. You want to put on a whole bunch of different types of shows that you can try to reach as many people as possible. But really, at the end of the day, what we're trying to get is just one big party. It's going to be like a private ticketed area, right? You want to come into this secure, secluded, fenced-in area. You get a ticket, you come in, and crack one open, and it's summertime, and you got music going, and it's as cheap as it is. It's cheaper than going and paying a cover someplace, except that you got a real national act up there.
I would
it's
say
just going
that-
to be the coolest place they hang out.
I would say it would be cheap as balls.
Yeah.
If I were promoting it, that's how I would phrase it.
All right.
Cheap as balls.
And you can go to rocktherapids.org and look at. I think all the tiering of the price of ticket prices is all right.
They're all there.
Right? Okay. So do that, and then the lineup. You want to run through the lineup real quick, just in case we haven't confused people enough.
We got Monday night, Johnny Lang opening for Leonard Skinner.
Right on.
Tuesday night is Stone Temple.
Or I would call them
ST Mother P.
effing P.
Okay. And we're still looking for the opener on
Motherfucking
this.
P. It's the web, so yeah, you know.
We've got a couple of options on an opener for that that we've not settled yet, and JT and I will be talking a little bit more about that because we want to have something fun with that. Wednesday night's Robert Randolph, which I think is really kind of cool, opening for Willie Nelson. That's going to be a different night. That's just a whole different style of music there, both
Right.
The
sides.
Tokers get their night.
There
It's
you
all
go.
good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thursday, we've got some real old school stuff. We got Bachman Turner going in front of Alice Cooper. And, Cooper's one of those things. He just got into the Hall of Fame this year. But if you've ever not seen a Cooper show, it's kind of like going to see Elvis. You got to do it once.
Yeah.
To see his theater,
Right.
you got to, cross it off the list. Yeah, I seen him. Because it is a show. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's more than just a concert. It's
It
a
is.
show.
It's a show. Friday night's country with Blake Shelton. He's all over The Voice, and you got all the girls just loving this pretty-looking guy. And so have at it, gals. And then Saturday is my favorite. It's Luda T-Pain. And I mean, who
I don't know what that is.
who
Yeah,
can't-
I don't know what that means.
Who can't love a little hip hop in their life, right?
okay.
So
Right.
I think that's just going to be a hoot. And I think for a Saturday night to close things out, it's going to be a lot of fun. So the whole lineup really, I feel really good about. You take a look at the festival lineups around the state. Go to Lansing Common Ground. Go to Muskegon. You go to Traverse. You go to any of the festivals. Compare this lineup to any place. We blow it away.
Oh, I think it's a
And-
great lineup.
and
I might not be going to every show, but you certainly got something for everyone.
You put that price to it, and it's like, how do you not go?
Right?
Now, it says here you can purchase and print the tickets at rocktherapids.org too. So I can
Yep.
just go. Okay,
Yep,
there
you
you
can go to
That's the simplest.
rockrapids.org. You can go to Star Tickets. You can print at home.
Yeah, you can call Star Tickets 1-800-585-3737. Cool. All right, we got to end this segment with a story about. Being as though we're part of the Stone Motherfucking Temple Pilots. I said it wrong.
It's ST Mother effing P. All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
We're getting it.
Dahmer has a story he wants to tell you about ST Motherfucking P.
Well, I didn't really want to tell you. You suggested you should tell that story. I heard you telling Dave Mother effing Kim. I said, all right, I'll tell the story. Scott Weiland and I, who's the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots, we got a little history. Now, in my world, we're like best buddies, but in his world, that's probably not true. But a few years ago, when he was doing 6 to 8 months in jail for, I don't know, his 23rd heroin bust or something like that, I figured that, the guy's just sitting in jail for 8 months out in L.A., he's clearly accessible to, say, a letter. So I started writing him a letter once a week, and I'd mail it to Scott Weiland at whatever the address was, L.A. County Jail, and I was doing a morning radio show at the time, so my 2 other morning radio partners were course, giving me a lot of shit about it. Oh, did you write your gay butt-fucking boyfriend, Scott Weiland, another love letter? And I'd be like, I sure did. And I'd write him a letter every week, and they'd tease me about it. But it wasn't a love letter, and it was just a casual thing, thinking the guy's in jail, he's got nothing else to do. If he gets a letter, he's going to read it. It was casual. Hey, I'm a fan of the band. Jail's got a sock. Hope you get out. You know, that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, 6-7 weeks later, I get a letter back from S. Weiland, L.A. County Jail, addressed to Dahmer. I was like, wow! And I opened it up, and the guy wrote me a 2-page handwritten letter in pencil, man, thanking me for the letters and appreciating the support. And, you know, I can't wait to get out and relaunch STP and all that stuff. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing that I got a letter written from him.
Does anybody find it odd that Scott Weiland's writing from prison to a guy named Dahmer? Yeah, I mean, come on.
I don't really think it's funny. I think he was writing me because I was a cool cat.
I think he was I don't think he had anything else better to do.
That's why I wrote in the first place, and it paid off.
We're looking for some live interviews, right? Coming from Dahmer
and
Scott
Weiland,
right?
I got the first interview in the country with Scott Weiland when he got out of prison. It was kind of a big deal, 6-7 years ago, and that was a pretty sweet deal. All because I wrote him the non-gay love letters.
Now that's something you're not. That's something you're not going to get in your ticket price. A reenactment of Scott in prison performing duties on Dahmer when he gets in.
No.
But if you want to stop by the studio the day of the show.
No. Scott Weiland is my non-gay man love.
Okay.
I'm a big, huge fan. STP is my favorite band. Scott Weiland's sort of my favorite rock and roll hero guy. But it's a non-gay man crush.
All right. It's a good story.
Thanks.
If it's even
Quit
true.
insinuating that I pack the fudge. I don't pack the fudge. You pack the fudge.
I do.
How's that? Take that.
RockTheRapids.org. Denny, thanks for being here.
Appreciate it, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Dahmer, thanks for the prison stories.
Thanks, brother.
So we got to hear more of those. All right. For WGRD.com. Is that how we do this, Dave? JT.